Good morning to everybody. Good morning. Great morning, top of the morning for you guys. I will wait for some people to join into the live feed so we can start. God bless everybody. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and America's Voice News. God bless every single one of you. God bless our country of Mexico, our city of Tijuana, and God bless the United States of America. Let's thank God for another day, for giving us 2 legs, 2 arms, a heart that we can feel, a mind that we can think, and eyes that we can see. God bless you guys. Thank you for joining me this morning. Wow. A lot has happened since last night and yesterday. And we are going to go by topic. I will leave the arrest of the ex-general and ex-secretary of National Defense, Salvador Cienfuegos, as the last topic, so we can close and we can talk about how now everything is coming out. How he was directly investigated by the DEA in this arrest. It is a huge arrest for the United States of America, for the United States government, and also for the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump. They are the ones that they need to be, in a way, recognized for this arrest. Not the President of Mexico and not the administration of Andrés Manuel López Obrador. They were not even investigating him. And the DEA was the one that arrested the ex-general and ex-secretary of National Defense, Salvador Cienfuegos. Now, let's get right into topic about several things that they were spoken yesterday on television, Donald Trump and Joe Biden. This is talking about border security. And Joe Biden, on the other hand, trying to water down and trying to victimize the drug addiction. That is one of the things that communists do in people that they want to victimize the nation. As you guys know, it's one of the strategies now from the left. Victimization. And also to make everybody feel less. And to nobody feel more greater than the other person. This is, when Donald Trump speaks, he goes directly to the face. He does not sugarcoat. He doesn't use folkloric language to address his nation. And also, he doesn't go around the bush like, Americans say in the United States of America. It is amazing what he was signalizing about border security and about the huge impact of the pandemic in, the country of Mexico, and how that has affected the borders between Mexico and the United States of America. This is an absolute fact. We cannot overlook what has been happening in Mexico and what has been happening in the United States of America. He says, quote, these are words of Trump. He said this: Mexico has a huge COVID problem. Yes, we do. It is an absolute fact that yes, we do. And not only, people don't see when he speaks. When you're speaking about COVID, speaking about doctors, he's speaking about hospitals, he's speaking about nurses, speaking about people with symptoms, he's speaking about how we don't have enough hospitals, speaking about how we have a lot of infected people and they're not being treated. Speaking about how a lot of people have died and they have created a smoke screen to not give the exact number, and also to not address the public on which areas and which part of the countries are really affected. Talking about facts, more than 86,000 people registered supposedly have died of COVID in our country. That is lie, per se. According to the Department of Health, there are more than 200,000, supposedly, that they have died of COVID in our country of Mexico. Now, he's talking about the infected people that they're coming across every day back and forth. He's actually talking about his own people. The people that cross back and forth every day the border are U.S. citizens and residents of the United States of America. The people that cross back and forth on a regular basis, he's talking about people that they're actually citizens or residents of the United States of America that work in the United States of America, but they live in our country of Mexico. So he's actually talking about that we have a high risk in the borders, and he's actually trying to protect and get better at the border, as you know, directing and addressing the topic of contact and infected people by border. United States going back and forth. That is an actual problem. He didn't lie about that. Believe me, he didn't say not even one lie about that. There is an actual problem in our borders regarding COVID infected people. Specifically, the borders that connect to the United States of America, obviously, but this border of Tijuana has been greatly affected by, people that cross back and forth. And you can see actually the tourism, how it has affected almost entirely 95 to 99%. It is, that is one of the reasons why he was saying Mexico has a huge COVID problem. It's not only, COVID is not only about people that there are actually, people that are actually dying, people that are actually, getting infected. It's not only that. It's it's all around what it's affecting. It's affecting the economy. It's affecting, it's affecting local businesses and micro companies. It's affecting everything. So he's speaking, as a huge topic. It's speaking entirely of what COVID has affected. And it is the truth. That is a fact. I don't know why people get into their feelings immediately, man. I don't know why people get into their feelings immediately when they talk about our country of Mexico. It's not well managed. And it's not well protected in terms of national security. It is not. It has never been. It is a corrupt country. And we need to address this. And it needs to be cleaned up. And if this president is doing it, and if this president is handling it, president is the only one that has been draining your, how he says, draining the swamp. For God's sake, leave him alone. Now, he touched another topic that is border security. When it comes to border security, he talked about, the drug trafficking that is humongous in our country. Mexico is number one for cartel activity in the world, as we have said so for the longest of time. And he has two cities that they're in the top two for violence and delinquents and cartel activity in the world. That is Tijuana and Ciudad Juarez. Now, due to the fact that these two cities are trafficking enormous tons of cocaine, enormous tons of heroin into the United States of America, it is a concern. It is a humongous concern. Now, but let's talk about right now how much it has decreased since the wall has been built, and also how much it has helped the enforcement and the support of the president to the DHS, the Department of Homeland Security. I told you guys, this statistic that it was given by the Department of Homeland Security, 238% has increased on detentions of heroin in the parts of Texas, New Mexico, and Laredo. And 38% has increased more in California due to the fact that they have reinforced more the borders and the detentions in the United States of America. Now, one thing that I did not understand about Joe Biden, how these people trying to water down. There's a lot of drug addiction in the United States of America. It's probably one of the countries that has more drug addiction in the world. It's an actual fact and it's an actual truth. And this has to do a lot with what it gets trafficked to the United States of America from both sides, from Canada and also from Mexico. Now, Joe Biden said this. He's trying to legalize some a drug But he's trying to create programs for drug addiction. Instead of creating programs for drug addiction, that those programs need to coexist since a long time ago, since you were in the administration. I'm gonna tell you, sir, since you were in the administration, you haven't created no drug addiction program. Now all of a sudden, because your son was put out there, now you want to create a drug program. The main problem, sir, is border security. That's the main problem. You eliminate the seller and you lower the buyer. Who's the buyer? The United States of America. Who's selling it? Mexico. Or who's selling it? Colombia. Who's selling it? Bolivia. The main problem is who's buying it. And one of the things that Donald Trump has been doing has been decreasing the seller. It has been attacking the seller. And also, it has been reinforcing the buyer. That reinforcing the borders. And also, trying to eliminate every little group of traffickers in the United States of America. That it has been doing that a lot. So I don't understand this strategy by Joe Biden. Really, I don't understand. Ultimately, I don't know where his strategy is to go, and probably to support drug addiction. I believe that is a phenomenal idea on both sides of the end. It doesn't even matter who it is. Whoever supports, people that they have an addiction, that's, great. But I don't think that is the way to resolve the problem. Really. To resolve the problem, you got to go directly to where it's at. And where it's at is the trafficking that has been occurring through years into the United States of America. That is the number one thing. Now, yesterday, wow, this is huge. Wow, this is huge. Yesterday, I gave breaking news about the arrest of the General Salvador Cienfuegos, the ex chief of national security in the administration of Peña Nieto, in the airport of the LAX, at the airport of Los Angeles. Now, why this happened? As we've been reading the whole night, and I've been listening to two broadcasters, one of them from Mexico and the other one from Mexico also. Why this happened? Why they waited all the way till now? Why they waited all the way till now? And what Salvador Cienfuegos has to do with the cartel? That, oh my God. Holy smokes, it has a lot to do with it. Also, Osorio Chong, also Luis Videgaray, all these people that they were in the administration of Peña Nieto have to do a lot with the cartel activity. And a lot with what happened in the administration of Peña Nieto. What happened? So Salvador Cienfuegos got arrested yesterday at the airport of LAX, or the airport of Los Angeles. He has been arrested. And immediately, Marcelo Ebrard, the canciller from Mexico of External Relations, posted a tweet saying the ambassador of the United States in Mexico, Christopher Lando, has just said that Salvador Cienfuegos, the ex-head chief of national security, has been arrested in the airport of LAX. Everybody with that tweet imagined that the merit and also the accomplishment for this arrest was going to be due to the president of Mexico, right? So everybody was waiting for statements on who was the one that put out the arrest and why they put out the arrest and from where this information is coming from and how this information is developing to other routes of sources that they are opening their mouth. So, The ones that arrested the General Cienfuegos was the DEA. That I told you guys yesterday. If the DEA was the one that, or Department of Intelligence was the one that arrested this man, he has problems because it is drugs. And when it comes to drugs, the United States does not play at all. They arrested this man, and now the speculation is humongous, and it's really assertive on what it was just told in the mornings with the president. The president just gave a statement in the morning about this arrest, and everything that is developing on how General Cienfuegos was involved on the destitution of El Chapo Guzman. Amazing. How he was involved on the destitution of El Chapo Guzman. From here, we know from where the information is coming from. From this statement, saying that General Cienfuegos, in collusion with Luis Videgaray, that he was the brains of the operation and the administration of Enrique Peña Nieto, and also Osorio Chong, that he was also involved in the administration of Peña Nieto. All these crooked politicians, they were for the destitution of El Chapo Guzman. They were critically involved in drug trafficking, drug smuggling, and ultimately kidnapping and doing crimes, inhuman crimes, that also the International Commission of Human Rights, it is now involved. They want to get their hands on this guy. Now, what happened? This is what they're saying. It's amazing. Wow. Spiderweb. It is amazing. General Cienfuegos met Enrique Peña Nieto on the past administration when he was a governor of Mexico, Ciudad de Mexico. Right? Then Enrique Peña Nieto won the presidency, and General Cienfuegos was promoted as head chief of national security. Immediately when he was promoted to head chief of national security, there's things that you cannot, pass by and feel that you're never going to address them. That is, you need to talk to the organized crime in Mexico. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. In Mexico, that's the way it is. And apparently, Enrique Peña Nieto and also General Cienfuegos didn't look eye to eye on the situation with El Chapo Guzman. El Chapo Guzman was in power at that time. He was the head kingpin of the cartel in our country of Mexico, and also probably around the world. And General Cienfuegos started giving support to one other cartel that is now the one that is in power in our country. Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generación, CGNG. And the administration of Enrique Peña Nieto, Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generación started growing enormously. And after it started growing enormously, they started getting permissions to do whatever the hell they want in our country. Due to the fact that the one that it was giving them permission, it was who? General Cienfuegos, the head of national security. After the arrest of El Chapo Guzman, the one that turns out to be on the seat and leader now of the cartel in our country is Mencho, the leader of Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generación. It was all set up for them to destitute El Chapo Guzman, and for them to, again, the government have the absolute power of the decisions of the cartel on which and what it gets distributed around the world through our country. Amazing. Now, Cienfuegos gets arrested, but why he gets arrested? This is huge. This is a huge arrest for the Department of Drugs of the DEA. It is a huge arrest. Humongous arrest. You guys don't even imagine how this is going to open up for other corrupt politicians. They're going to make him speak. They're going to make him speak. And they're going to make him talk like the way El Chapo Guzman is talking right now. and he's giving away who was his competition and how the president of Mexico eliminated him, delivered him to the authorities of the United States of America, and immediately as he got delivered to the authorities of the United States of America, all of a sudden, Mencho from CGNG comes in. It's amazing. But more amazing is how they're trying to eliminate now the CGNG. Why this happened and why Mexico and the government Andrés Manuel López Obrador, it is really interested on this arrest and the elimination now of Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generación. Why? Do you guys remember how Andrés Manuel López Obrador, the president of Mexico, went to La Sierra de la Tuna, that is a ranch in Culiacán, in Sinaloa, to meet with El Chapo Guzman's mom and shake her hand? Do you remember how there are photographs of the president of Mexico, Andrés Manuel López Obrador, having a dinner with the brothers and brother-in-laws of El Chapo Guzman in a mountain? You guys remember that? Do you guys remember the most obvious thing? How Andrés Manuel López Obrador released the son of El Chapo Guzman when he was captured right here in Mexico? You guys remember that? Why El Cartel de Sinaloa has not held accountable in the administration of Andrés Manuel López Obrador, and the only cartel that has been held accountable in this administration of this president has been the CGNG cartel. And now, all of a sudden, you see General Cienfuegos getting arrested. It is the absolute fight to who is going to be on the seat now of the leader cartel in our country. It also has to do a lot with another cartel, El Cartel de los Soles. That is the one that is positioning every administration and cartel in our country. El Cartel de los Soles is the one that operates interior in Venezuela. That is where the distribution of cocaine is coming from. Remember how William Barr has put $15 million on the head of Nicolás Maduro for distributing metric tons of cocaine around the world? Do you guys remember that? The Cartel de los Soles, in the collusion with the group La FARC from Colombia, and Cartel de los Soles, the one that operates for this organization, La FARC, and for socialist dictator Nicolás Maduro, inside of Venezuela, that is Cartel de los Soles, are the ones that they're distributing the cocaine from Venezuela to Ecuador, and from Ecuador to our border in Guatemala with Tapachula. From there, you know who catches it and who's been catching it all this time? The Sinaloa cartel. Cartel de los Soles, the one that distributes all the cocaine, are the ones that call the shots to who they give their cocaine or their drugs to. And now there's a humongous investigation. This arrest by the DEA is enormous. This arrest by the DEA is enormous. That's why when he got arrested, I was like, whoa, my God. Woo! Somebody saying, so the FARC is working with Maduro. I've been saying that for months. And William Barr said it for months ago. You can go and watch William Barr's statement on Nicolás Maduro and also the FARC organization. That is the ex-cartel of the Medellin, led by the greatest kingpin that has existed in this planet, Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria. It is amazing, the spider web. Now, all of this is going to be opening up in the few weeks to come, as they are going to make him speak and make him talk. They're going to try to offer him some, we have this evidence on you, man. This is a lot of evidence on you. This is a whole lot of evidence on you. So you better tell me who it is, where it's coming from, and how we can get to the main source. And I believe that ultimately the United States of America, holy cow, if this is true, if the United States of America is the government is going this strong, believe me, the person that they're going to try to go to is going to be the ex-president of Mexico. That is Enrique Peña Nieto, one of the most corrupt, prepotent, arrogant presidents in history, other than Andrés Manuel López Obrador also. If they're going to go after that, it's because they are trying to eliminate one organization that is led by one head. And they're trying to cut the head off. Holy cow. Oh my God. It's amazing. This arrest by Salvador Cienfuegos, also there's other crimes that they are, other crimes that they are accusing him of. That is murdering the 43 students of Ayotzinapa, the 43 protesters that they disappeared in the administration of Enrique Peña Nieto. Also the arrest of Enrique Peña Nieto, and also the hold on, the volume went down. I don't know why. Volume went down. Volume, okay. There we go. It's going to open a lot of information. This is an absolute, they're trying to an organization trying to get its power back. This is the way that they do it. Has been happening this in our country for years. Has been happening in our country for years. This is the way that they handle things in our country. The destitution of one leader and they implement another one. So by now we are realizing that the Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generación has grown in our country of Mexico due to Enrique Peña Nieto and also to the General Salvador Cienfuegos. This is the tweet from Marcelo Ebrard this morning, yesterday. He tweeted, "I have been informed by the Ambassador Christopher Landau of the United States of America that the ex-Secretary of National Defense, General Salvador Cienfuegos Cepeda, has been detained at the airport of Los Angeles, California. And this is going to open a lot to more information. Humongous. It's going to open a lot to a lot of information. A lot of things are going to happen in this in coming weeks with this guy being arrested. Woo! Garcia Luna, Osorio Chong, Luis Videgaray, all these corrupt politicians in our country, they are tied with this guy. And if this guy starts saying, you know what, I'm out, I don't want to be here, I want out, well, you need to, you need to offer me something in exchange. And my God, what a way for the DEA. This is a huge arrest. This is a humongous merit to the United States of America and to the United States government. And this is a humongous merit for, for the administration of Trump, as this arrest, gives them merit. The president of Mexico they were not even doing an investigation on him. And now they're trying to take the merit for that. No, this has to do a lot with the destitution of Joaquin Loera El Chapo Guzman, and also the rising of CGNG, Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generación, and how this organization, Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generación, was protected by, the national security, the head chief of the national security, Salvador Cienfuegos, the ex-president of Mexico, Enrique Peña Nieto, Miguel Osorio Chong, Luis Videgaray. All of these people were protecting the CGNG, the rising of the CGNG. How convenient. When Chapo Guzman got arrested, you guys remember that? Immediately, CGNG was the new revelation. And they were moving fast. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And now everything is opening up. And to see that, it was all given, all the permissions for these cartels to operate in our country were given by the president and also by Salvador Cienfuegos. Amazing. God bless everybody that is watching. Good morning to everybody. Follow my YouTube channel, as tomorrow I will be live at YouTube. I will be doing one day Facebook in the mornings and one day Facebook and one day YouTube in the morning. Around 1:30 in the around 1 o'clock West Coast time. 1 o'clock in the evening West Coast time. I will be going live at YouTube to give it the exact information that I just gave you guys for the YouTube public. And ultimately at 6:30 in the afternoon, I will be doing my Mexican live feed. Tomorrow, I will be, doing a super chat at YouTube for all of you guys. God bless you guys. Follow my page as Oscar Blue at Facebook. And also you can subscribe to my channel as Oscar Blue. And also you can become a member to receive exclusive content. Also, you can follow my partner as Real Anthony Agüero at YouTube. And also you can follow him at his Facebook page as Real Anthony Agüero. God bless you guys. Stay safe. And like we always say, peace and love, everybody, because always your country's first. Stay safe.